my name is Pam, and welcome to my little corner of the internet where I talk about knitting and crochet. I'm recording on Monday, January 2nd, 2023, coming to you from Central Illinois, right across from St. Louis. And this is episode number 8, and this is the first episode of 2023. First, let's get some admin things out of the way and like where you can find me. And so apart from YouTube, you can find me at the.yarny.goodness.podcast on Instagram and the Yarny Goodness Podcast on Facebook. So today I'm drinking some bulletproof peppermint mocha coffee. So grab you a drink. And as always, if you enjoy my content, please give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe so that YouTube will let you know when I upload new content. Now, let's get started. So, don't forget to let me know below where you're coming from. So, I'm also going to start putting your comments down below. I lost all of my notes down here, so I'm going to start putting those at the very end of the video. So if you want to see your comment down below, and maybe I will post it for you. So let's see. The first thing we're going to do is I only have one finished object, and it's in my little Outlander bag that I got off of Amazon. And it's not one that I've talked about in the past recently. I mean, I have talked about it in the past, but not recently. So it's just a pattern I made up. I had made a hat out of this yarn. I haven't even finished technically binding it all the way off. It's all bound up, I just didn't cut the yarn. I finished this last night. So I just cast on, I don't know how many. It's been so long since I've cast it on. It was going to be another hat. And I didn't think I was going to have enough to make it tall enough and then do all the decreases for the crown. So I just thought I would stop where I was at, put a little bit of ribbing on the end, bind it off, and have a little cowl. Now the hat I did give to one of the people that I work with. He wears beanies all the time. His hair is like this long, and he has it all tucked up in his hat. So I gave him the hat, so I don't know if he will want the cowl or not. But this is the cowl. Might just be something that I keep. Right there it is. So I used Jenny's incredibly stretchy bind off, Jenny's stretchy bind off, whatever that is. Jenny's bind off for the top. So it hasn't been blacked, like I said. I just finished it last night, and I haven't even finished cutting everything off of it. So that will be going today and being blacked, hopefully. Then let's see. So everything else that I've got is works in progress. So we're going to start with this. This is my Lily socks. I did go back about 3 inches because I was way up here. So I did go back a little bit, and I'm going to decrease. I did a decrease row. I decreased 1, 2, 4 stitches. And I think I'll do like an inch or so, and then maybe I'll decrease a little bit more to bring them in a little bit so they're not as wide for, I think I like how wide they are. But yeah, if I bring them in just a little bit, then they won't stretch anymore out for. But yeah, that's what these markers are. That's how far I went back. And those are my decreases, where I put my decreases at. Not this one. This is the beginning of row. But, oh no, it's not. That one is too, the decrease. All decreases. So I marked all of my decreases. This is, and then they're for my Lily, so I'm using my pink flamingo. Those flamingos are her favorite. And that's out of some knit crate yarn. Oh, my hair is flying all over after I put that cowl on. But that's that. I'm going to show you all the things that I really haven't done anything on. So I really haven't done anything on that one. That one's even farther back than it was when I started when I podcast last. My leggings. Maybe I'll work on these a little bit this week. I want to try to have most of these whips. There's one that I'm not going with, but I want to have most of these, all of these whips done by the end of January. So that's all out of knit crate yarn. I started off with, I want to say 48 stitches. I did a 2x2 rib. And then after so far, I increased in the purl bumps. So I did these ones, all of these purl bumps down here. Every other purl bump I increased. So then it was almost a 3x2 every other purl. So then, and then up here again, I did the other purl bumps and increase. So I have made it a 2x3 rib now, and I'm going to go, I'm marling it with 2 different colors of blue. It was a fade set. I'm going to go this far with these 2 colors, and then I'll drop the lighter color and pick up the next darker color and go from there. So that's how I'm doing those. I've gone into more detail in previous episodes. I haven't done anything on them, so I'm not going to go too much into depth on that. So then I have my mittens, and I'm having a hard time getting into the second one. I need to, because I love them and I want them, and these are Skein Deer knits. It was the Mystery Mid-Along that she ran in January, or in December. Obviously, I did not finish by Christmas. I don't even know if there was like a knit along going with it, or prizes or what. I'm really bad at it. I need to get better. So there's that. Again, that's knit crate yarn in fatigue green and limestone. And I haven't worked on those since last time I podcast. Ooh, I did have an accident this weekend, so stay tuned till the end to hear about it. Let's go with the Chase Cardi. It's living in my Glamazon bag from Amazon. I did do some on this. Not a lot. I've done some. Don and I need to take a road trip so I can just bring this and only work on this in the car. So I believe last time I was down here, this is my afterthought pocket, and I think I was down in here somewhere. So I've put a couple of inches on. Those are all of my increases on the sides. And yes, there's a big huge gap because I forgot to make increases, so I fixed it. But yeah, there it is. This is the Andrea Mowry Douglas Cardi in Karen 1 pound. And it's for my son Chase. That's why I call it my Chase Cardi. Ooh, I forgot to talk about what I'm wearing. So what am I wearing? I am wearing, I forgot to look up the name of it. I'll have to look up the name of it, and I'll put it down below right here on the screen. But it's a crocheted sweater with a little bit of open work there. It hangs. It's really, really long. It's like down to my knees. Down there. I made, it's crocheted. I made this, back before I was a bus driver, so I was a bus driver almost 3 years ago. So when I wore this there, I would put a long sleeve shirt underneath it, and then I could take this part this way when I was on the bus. And then this part I would get up this way. And then usually a scarf or something would hold it up there, and it was very warm and kept me warm on the bus. So I don't ever show you guys anything that I've crocheted, so I thought I would dig this out. I really haven't worn it since. Because when I was a bus driver is when I really started getting into knitting, so I wear my knits instead. So let's see, now talked last time about my whole Charlie Brown fiasco. So I did start him. He's living in my 31 bag here. And let's see, these are his little feet, his socks and his legs. Getting ready to start the body, and then the feet attach onto it later. It's I got the pattern out of a magazine, and again, I'll have to find it and put it right here. It's in my Pocket Mags. Hold on. My Pocket Mags. I don't have a subscription, but I purchased. That's where I purchased the pattern. Was in Pocket Mags. And it's right here. Crochet Now, issue 59. I'm trying to get to the front. That's what the front looks like. But it's issue number 59, Crochet Now. It is available for purchase at, I want to say it was like $5 for the whole magazine, and there's a lot of patterns in here. So they are crochet patterns, but there's some pretty nice things in here that I wouldn't mind. There's a little top, that's cute. Might be making that. I've got some cotton linen. Maybe I'll make that. Oh, maybe that's just, that might not be a pattern. That might just be a advertisement. But yeah, might find little things in there that I might be able to make up crochet. Who knows? So there's that. So here's Charlie's head. I've got his face is on there. I just have to go and sew all the pieces down. Right now they're just pinned down. I need to do his ears. And then this part will go in the body part. It's his neck. It'll help stabilize so that he's not wobbly. And because it's for my husband, I will probably take a shish kebab skewer because they're sharp on the end, and I will stick it down through the neck and have it go down into the body. So there is a piece of wood in there as well, so that his head won't start to flop. I do that on some things that I know our children are not going to be playing with. So, and this is all out of Red Heart. I want to say this is buff, of course black. I think the yellow for his socks is bright yellow. I think in the pattern they call, I don't know what yarn they call for it, but it's called, what they call it is citron. But that's like bright yellow. Let me see the same yellow that I used for his shirt. So there's that. Charlie should be done. There's a possibility today if I don't do anything else. I don't know. Maybe. But I did do a New Year's Eve cast on. And if you remember from the last episode, this bag, it's my half and half triangle shawl. And there is not much to show. It is in right now it is only in the Udine Wools Harmony base. The color is Jazz, and it's 41% wool and 26% alpaca and 28 tinsel and something with some baby alpaca. I don't know. The number started getting really small. And so there's that. Where's my... There it is. I can't see. Can't see. So there it is. Focused. But like I have said in my previous episode, you can no longer get Knit Crate yarn. I don't know where else you could get this because it's for or by Knit Crate. So I don't know if there's anybody selling off anything that's in their warehouse to try to pay back their creditors, because that's what happened is they couldn't make enough money to pay their bills when I read the email. So, but this is where I'm at, and it's just very long. I cast on, so I'm supposed to be using fingering, and this is worsted. So I did, it's going to be bigger than a normal one, I'm pretty sure, because I also used bigger needles because it's bigger yarn, and I didn't want dense. I didn't swatch. Why would I swatch? But I think I cast on 200 instead of the 190. Because when I was wrapping to make sure for my long tail cast on, I had way too much, and I still had a whole lot longer. About 4 times as much as what I cut off, and then left that part for weaving in. So I did misjudge that a little bit, but it's fine. So I have 1 caked up. I have 3 more in the bag. And then, so the other half of the triangle, I think I'm going to do in stripes of the blue and the green. Maybe. I don't know how much. It depends on how much of that one I use as to whether I do 2 colors or if I just do 1 color. So there's that. That's what I've done on that one. That was my New Year's Eve cast on. And then I was busy all day yesterday, and I was crocheting, so I did not work on him at all. But that is the extent of what I've got going on now for my mishap. I'm very depressed. I was very upset. I had a pair of sleeves that I loved. They were a little bit too long. I loved them. They had issues, and I was okay with them. So I decided I was going to wash them, and I threw them with my laundry. Other things got thrown on top of them. I wasn't paying attention when I did laundry yesterday. If anybody who's a knitter knows where I'm going with this, I now have felted my sleeves. They don't stretch anymore because they're all felted up. My hand does not fit through there. I thought, well, maybe because they look like they would be long enough for me to wear. And I'm like, well, I'll go ahead and I'll keep them. Nope, can't do it. Can't do it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. They'll be nice and warm sleeves. I don't know. I don't want to. I've got some thoughts. I don't want to say those thoughts yet. Right now, I just want to have a funeral for my sleeves that I loved. But yeah, it's felted good. You can't see through there. That's some felted material right there. So, yeah. Okay. I did get a Knowledge is Power segment, and we're going to be going into that at the end of the video. So stay tuned if you want to learn some crocheting techniques. Generally, when you are reading a pattern, it will say SC. SC stands for single crochet. I'm trying to think of some other. I think that's about it. So hopefully that will help you. If you have any questions, post them down below and I will get back to answering them. And if you have any comments that you want to see on the screen at the end of the video, post those down there too. And I will pick one or two to throw up on the screen. All right, guys, have a great day. First, we're going to make a slip knot. And we're going to tension our yarn. However, we need to do, this is the way I do mine. Through my ring finger and my pinky, on the bottom of my ring finger and my middle finger, and around the top of my pointer finger, and then I'm going to hold the knot down here. I'm going to wrap my yarn, my hook on the back side of my yarn and pull my yarn through the hole. And that is how you make a chain. So again, we're going to grab the yarn with the hook. We're going to pull it through. We're going to try not to make our loops too tight. If we're making them too tight, we can't pull through. So we're going to keep this part on the hook fairly loose, and we're going to reach, grab, pull through, reach, grab, and pull through, reach, grab, and pull through, and that is how we do a chain. Now, to make a single crochet, we're going to hold our yarn again. We're going to chain as many as the pattern tells us to chain. We're going to take our hook and we're going to go in the second. So this is the first chain. This one is the second. We're going to go into the second, and then we're going to pull, grab the yarn, pull through. So we now have 2 loops. We're going to yarn over and pull through again. So let's see that again. We're going to go in through the stitch, yarn over the, grab it through, yarn over and grab through the 2. We're going to go on to the next one. We're going to go in, pull through, yarn over, and pull through. We're going to stick the hook in the stitch, yarn over, pull it through, pull it through. In the stitch, grab the yarn, pull it through, 2 loops, yarn over and pull it through, just like that. Now when we get to the end, I'm going to go ahead and get to the end here. We're going to get to the end, and it's, the pattern is going to tell us to chain 1 and turn. So we are at the end. We are going to chain 1, so we're going to yarn over and pull it through the 1 loop we have on the hook, and then we're going to turn our work so that what was on the back is now on the front. And we will go straight into the, right there in between, right into there, reach over, grab it and pull it through, yarn over, grab and pull it through. Now, sometimes your pattern will tell you to turn and then chain one. And I have not found that it actually matters which one you do first. If you are good at crochet and you know that there is a difference, please drop it in the comments down below so that we know the difference. But I personally have never found it to be a difference whether I do it before or after. So hopefully you now know how to chain and single crochet.